Alright, so present statue.
Objection!
Fuck. Wait just a moment. Oh, my voice is hurting already. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
Wah! You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Huh. Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Well, yes.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Bah! Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I was in there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and then the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice.
That was the sound you heard! Rubble, rubble! What the fuck? Get arresting right now, rubble, rubble!
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, Jesus. Mr. Saw It, the sound you left... The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Ugh. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Objection, you... Oh, what? The me do this. This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the victim's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, never.
Look,
the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw.
He hit Phoenix in the face with his toupee. That was funny as shit, man. What the fuck?
Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Rubble, it was a toupee all along, rubble.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim you heard the sound of the witness came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I think I better think through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely coming from this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply sound the clock's battery. Ask the neighbours. Don't try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this courtroom. Your Honor, my hand for the clock. I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you...
Shit. Mr. Payne, can you tell me the time, what it is right now?
It's 11:25. Ah!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What is he talking about? While it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Well, he's got a point. You can't prove that. You don't have a case. Except for the fact that you threw your toupee in Phoenix's face, which indicates that, you know, he was right. He's right. How are you going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems that you lack the critical evidence you need to support your claim. Ah, yes, Your Honor. Now wait a minute. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. What? Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer.
What? What, did I fail?
I come all the way down here, that's where I knew what happened. Okay, that wasn't his voice at all. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all the slime. I read that as all the same and all slime, so I said all the slime. I'm losing it. God, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. What the hell? Have I failed? I don't remember this. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Oh, shit. What the hell? Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Oh, I'm not good at out of the box thinking. I am not good at that at all. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Well, this is the easiest case in the game. Typically, the case one is the tutorial. The following cases expand in length and difficulty towards the last case, which is always an insane clusterfuck of information. And you have like multiple pages of evidence. So far, we only have one page. The only thing we haven't used yet is the passport. And so, this explains it. She's gone on holiday, okay? So she went to Paris. So, obviously, there's a time delay. She never changed the clock's time. So that explains it. So, yes, I can. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have the evidence somewhere to prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see who pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Like I said, the passport. In this case, it's the only one that makes logical sense. But in other cases, maybe multiple pieces of evidence that kind of indict one thing, and you have to get it in the right order. So there's a lot of logic involved. But in this case, it's just simply this shit. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours? Well, where are we? The time difference from me to Paris is about half an hour, if I remember correctly. And half an hour to an hour. Shit. Are you in America? Or Japan? This is a Japanese game. Ah, whatever. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard was stuck in your head when your partner was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh! What a terrible pun. He's foaming at the mouth, what the hell? Robble, someone call it up. Someone get a doctor, robble. Order, I say. Robble. Well, this case certainly has turned differently than we expected. Mr. Payne, your client.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, that's right. You'll get extra candy in your stockings this year, young man. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not fucking guilty. Yay! Woo! Why is there confetti in the court? Woo! Yeah! And with that, the court is adjourned. Ho! Merry Christmas. It turns out that Frank Wright was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object you could find and thwap. Oh, jeez, we have to see this again.